Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
20% of inbounds from agents are, do you cover this? It's a very simple question, but because we've taken that down to basically zero, when someone does call in and they actually want to talk to a human and they have more complex questions, or maybe they're a little older school and they actually want that handheld service, we have the capability to do that. Sure. They're not waiting on hold. There's no big call center. They're getting straight to someone who knows the answer very quickly.
Yeah, got it. So I'm hearing just like actual omni-channel, like
omni-channel is the goal. Yeah,
true omni-channel. That's amazing. And talk to me a little bit about kind of what are you participating in comparative raters, or you're participating in those spaces, or is it just really you guys the value proposition so the agents come direct to you? They know what you guys cover. They know the classes you play in. How has that been?
Yeah, I'll take this one too, because just again, I deal with a lot of our distribution.
Yeah.
But no, we mainly work through the independent retail agency force. We probably have about 5,000 agents now that we interact with.
Wow.
That's grown from a couple hundred about a year ago, which grew from zero 2 years ago. We've only been in business about 2 years. So we've got a good plan. We're working on trying to get them more informed, more activation, trying to figure out how to serve them meet them where they are and serve them for what they need.
Yep.
That being said, we're not opposed to working with some of the other channels. I think, as we talked about omni-channel and customer service, I actually think we want to move towards that on distribution as well. We have API capabilities, so being able to plug into other people's platforms to serve their customers if they don't have the product that we do is something that's on our roadmap, and we're very excited about.
All right, well, let's talk more about the roadmap. So whether it's product focus, tech focus, appetite focus, what's to come? You've got all this funding now.
Yeah, so I think it's a really great question, but before I sort of answer our roadmap, I think it's a really pressing question, because if you ask an insurance CEO from one of the major carriers, what's your technology roadmap?
Right.
You're asking an executive who understands insurance really well to be a technology CEO. And to your point on one of your questions earlier, insurance CEOs are not meant to be tech CEOs.
Right.
Now, every business in the world now has technology, and you need people around you, but I think that's been a really hard thing for CEOs in the insurance industry to grasp is, why should they have to be tech CEOs? They should be running an insurance company, which is what their expertise is. I think one of the nice things as we think about sort of our skill set, we're able to combine that insurance expertise with the technology expertise, having worked in Silicon Valley, and then having great people around us.
Right.
And I think to some extent, that's allowed us to be able to adopt technology. And when you ask about a technology roadmap, we can actually think about what's our roadmap for the business, what's our roadmap for technology, and how do those actually work together in a way that is cohesive, where you don't have a team saying, okay, I'm spending this amount of GWP on how do I build technology, and the business people saying, well, this is what I want to build this is what the business is going to go do, and the twain shall never meet.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And by the way, it sings to my heart, because one of the things that I've always tried to push for is this notion of a technology-driven business strategy.
Yes.
And no, shut up, we won't do that. Yeah, it's just like that type of thing. And so I love hearing what you're talking about.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on, and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.